We're going to join Scott Hitzel as he has a special message just for community leaders and hosts. And then we're going to take a sneak peek at some of the roundtable discussion that happened this afternoon as the community leaders shared some of their joys and some of their struggles. Scott Hitzel, our pastor.
What's up, Cynthia?
How you doing, Scott?
Awesome. I was just literally coming around the corner thinking about our next steps and talking to myself almost about what the great things God's doing behind the scenes when it comes to even providing a facility and what that's going to enable us to do to reach people. So my dream for the people in this room are that you would just hang in there with us, that you would see the value of reaching these people, connecting them to their next steps, and truly beginning to understand how powerful that's going to be of a motivation to reaching out into the community to do, for us to grow as a community, is we actually will need to double the size of this room. And so if you could be looking into your host's lives and going, that host has the potential to love on 5 or 10 more hosts and to expand their role. So be thinking about how to grow into and invest in another leader. Find ways just to practically do it. So that's what I would say. Number one is we're entering a new season where literally the campus could double in 6 months from now. And we want to make sure that everybody's being cared for proactively, reactively, but that we're loving on our. You have the capability of knowing every person in your own small group, and that you actually know where they're at in life and how they need to get to the next place, because God doesn't want to leave them where they're at. He wants to mature them and grow them. And if you could look at them and go, I know that couple right there is having some struggles, and I know the resources to connect them with. Or I see our group maturing when it comes to evangelism, and I want to share with them a little bit about the peace plan. I think if every host would personally know and beyond knowing, feel what's going on in their small group, and would be able to give them a next step. And we use the word next step a lot. I know Cynthia's always talking to you about next steps. Diane's got your next steps going. But I mean on a personal level, like this relationship, this family, this individual, this group, this etc. could be mobilized if they only did that. I think people will rise up to a challenge, but you got to be able to challenge them. So my host dream would be know what's next for every individual in the group.
I have to be honest, I don't have a great relationship with a lot of my hosts because I call month after month or email, and I don't hear a lot back from them.
Okay.
And
Most
so
of the people are tough to get a hold of and even follow up with. Like you, Rebecca, I've called, left messages on cell phone, home phone, and sent emails and still got nothing. So they're kind of saying, we really don't want to be bothered by you.
There's a couple that haven't even done 101, and I'm really hoping that they will do
Get
that.
responses back, emails, they don't answer emails, and phone calls, a lot of voicemails. So I think they're reading it, but they're just not responding. So
It's very challenging at times to understand the ups and downs of having a group, what they go through, what it is to go on to a next study and have everybody stay in tune and stay involved. And
between Cynthia, Diane, and God, they had a whole plan. Wait, was this in my shape? I didn't remember this. I'm here. I am seriously just going with the flow at this point.
What I want to do is sort of see if I can put everything in one sheet of paper. All of our classes and the processes. There's things we do, and there's things that we want. So what I did is I put the things that we want to measure on the top. The things that we want to measure are the things that we want as an outcome of something we do. Does that make sense?
Have completed 101 through 401, so I was really jazzed about
Progress.
that.
Some leaders are just super leaders. They've done 101 through 401, and they're just doing
response
great.
to not getting response when you send out emails. There was a couple things that I did. I know that there are some people that just read the emails, they see that you put it, and I'll put something in the subject to catch their attention. But I would send out specific prayers over my all my hosts, and I would say whatever my prayer was for them that week. And it was amazing because I tackle people on the patio like, oh hi, and I would run up and say hi to them. But they might not have responded to my emails, but they always said, I got your prayer, thank you so much.
Now you're starting to think strategic. See, did you see what just happened there? Because you know what the end result is going to be from that first step, is you want to get somebody to move into the crowd all the way up to the core. So when you start thinking about it, you start asking better questions. You don't go, oh, this would be a great event. You start thinking, why do I want to do this event? Do you see where we're going with this?
The one that recruited me.
And I kind of, the affinity in my downline are mostly young couples and young families. A lot of my groups do have childcare.
I'm closing in on the person, and I'm really excited. To me, it's more of that hunter kind of instinct. I will get this guy one way or the other. So,
All right, awesome. I love it. Now, the reason I put these little things on here, these are just when you're working on what Diane's going to have you do and talking to each other, you're going to be dreaming about some of these things. Again, there's no right or wrong answer, but these are some of the steps that you might want to begin to create in those areas to get a desired outcome. So let's start thinking.
Like whether you're here before or after those services, but if you can connect with those people, it's building that one-on-one relationship. That's huge.
We'll also be posting online a 20-minute video of some of the training portion of our meeting this afternoon for those community leaders that weren't able to join us. We hope to see you live next time at our next Community Leader Luncheon, but until then, we hope this video helps.